Hi art friends! If you watched one of my last videos, you know that I have been to Vienna. I really love the city, and if you didn't watch the video, you should because it's a good one. I will link it. I enjoyed the culture, like the art, and there's so many art supply stores. And before going there, I googled everything, like what's the best art store, and I had like a list of desired art materials. And when I got to the store, I was so disappointed. They didn't have like anything that I wanted on location. They did have like a ton of other art supply. I only got two things. I got crayons. I don't know how to pronounce this. Neocolor II aquarelle. These are water-soluble wax pastels. And I got I don't know, like there is a chicken here. I'm really excited for this. If you are wondering what this video going to be about, it's going to be about me trying the wax pastels and in this sketchbook. I'm not sure, like you probably have to have some like special paper for wax pastels. I'm not even sure if this is like very textured. I'm hoping it's not, and I'm hoping that it will work. If not, you know, it will be fun to do it. Alright, let's dive into these Neocolors II. I think this is the basic set of 10. I've seen their curated sets of warm and cold colors, and that's actually what I wanted to get, but they didn't have it at the location. They come in these little adorable red tints, which is a neat touch, perfect for adding a pop of color to my stationery collection. They are compact enough to fit in your pencil case, but I really like the red tints, so I'm going to keep them in it. The sketchbook paper is nice and without any texture, and I'm quite excited to see how it will hold any medium I try in it. And you know, I'll try gouache and watercolors as soon as I'm done with the wax crayons. Now, if you're not familiar, Neocolor IIs resemble Crayola crayons, but they're water-soluble wax crayons. Add a bit of water and they transform into paint, making them popular among illustrators for their versatility. They actually have two series of Neocolor crayons, Neocolor 1 and Neocolor 2. These are Neocolor 2, Neocolor 1 aren't water-soluble. Just to warn you, the packing looks the same, so if you're buying them, double check that you got the ones you want. I didn't know this before I stepped into the art store, but luckily I did read the labels before I bought the crayons. So this is my first rodeo with wax crayons. Well, unless you count those times I borrowed my kids' cheaper ones for a laugh. Gotta say, I'm stoked about the textures these babies can make. Only thing is, the basic set I've got doesn't exactly scream color party. They're just a handful of shades. I'm nervous how to mix them to get that rich contrasty vibe I'm after. But hey, gotta start somewhere, right? Today's mission is drawing some lovebirds for Valentine's Day. Let's see if I can make them pop with color and texture. I know the smart thing would be to swatch them out first, but if you know me, you know I'm not going to do that. My ADHD could never. I was under the impression that they were all light fast, and I don't actually think that they are. I'm not too bothered about it because I bought them mostly for playing in my sketchbook, and they rarely sell originals, so it's okay. The only thing I'm really concerned here is the smudging. I know that I could use a fixative, and I have one, but I'm probably using it wrong, or it's a rubbish fixative, or both. I've tried putting it on the no-brand ones I mentioned before, and I don't know, it isn't in a spray, you have to apply it with a brush, and it just ended up smudging everything and dulling the colors. And it was so unbelievably stinky that I have no desire to ever use it again. I might put a sheet of baking paper between the pages to protect it. I'm scared about scanning it too for the same reasons, but I think I'll have to bite the bullet and just clean my scanner afterwards. When you mix them with water, they dissolve quite nicely and the colors stay vibrant, so that's cool. But I don't think that I'll use that feature a lot. I think I'll use them for adding texture and random pops of colors when I'm doing watercolor or gouache. Probably in a similar way that I'm using color pencils right now. There is an obvious difference between pastels and color pencils, but I think they will work great together. Sorry, but my camera died, and annoyingly, it doesn't let me know that it's dying, so I always continue on painting. I don't know, I think it's my inexperience with the medium and also the lack of color choices. I ended up scanning it and playing with it more in Procreate. I wanted to add more details and contrast, like with the white flowers. I liked it when it was finished and even put it on Instagram as a do this in your style. But today I'm kinda hating it. I don't know, sometimes I feel like for weeks or even months I hate anything I do, and then like a miracle I can paint again. So I'm waiting patiently for the next blessing of the art gods. But then I get mad at myself. Why am I putting bad work out there? Then I'm not sure if it's really that bad because I did like it at some point. Sometimes I feel like deleting 80% of my art from social media, and I used to be so against deleting your old work, but now I don't know. Or I don't know, starting a new account and forgetting the old one. Sorry for my rambling, I just feel like I'm in need of a fresh start. But yeah, if you liked it or if it inspired something in you, I'd be very happy if you make your own version. Anyway, the next day I decided to give Neocolors another try. I've actually made a deal with an art gallery to sell some of my ceramic pins, but I really wanted to upgrade them, so I thought this could be a fun little exercise in designing them. I went in really loose without a sketch, which I usually never do. But these are just cat heads, so how hard could it be? One thing I like about crayons is that they're scribbly, and they feel like a child drew something, which is something I enjoy in my art and in other people's art, the messiness of it all. And I don't know how to explain it, but I don't want people to be intimidated by art. I want them to feel a spark of creation, maybe inspire them to try something for themselves. I don't feel like art should be pretentious or held on a pedestal for only the few chosen ones to be able to make it. I'd like for my art to spark happiness and simplicity of life. I'd love for it to invoke a feeling of a childlike state when you just created and every rainbow you did was the best, without the pressure. There is enough pressure and more serious and sad things in the world, especially today. I feel art should be a contrast. At least that's what fuels my desire to create. I think the Neocolor II crayons are fun to work with. One thing I've noticed, they are all very soft and smooth except for the purple one. She didn't glare as the others. That's why I went in with the blue over it. It would be great if I could sharpen them, but I don't have a sharpener that has the wider hole, so no thin lines this time. I've watched other people's videos and they suggest keeping the shadings when sharpening and using them with water in later projects. And it's definitely something I'll do if I ever get a sharpener for them. I don't like to be wasteful, so I think it's a neat trick. Anyway, my final thoughts. If you like the childish look and scribbles and lots of texture like me, give them a go. They layer very well and are soft, well, except for the purple one. I just wish there were different, kinds of colors in this set, but it is the basic set, so you get only the basic colors. I don't know that I'll use them alone anytime soon, but I will definitely use them to add details and texture. They don't produce a lot of crumbs when you're using them, so that's cool. I'm afraid of the smudging, but since I like things a bit messy, it's okay. I'll let you know if it will be a problem in a sketchbook tour or another video in the future. The sketchbook is so far excellent. I'm very impressed, especially because it was on the cheap side. I think this was like $15 and it's a big sketchbook. I'm looking forward on trying more mediums in it. I'd love if you would join my Do This in Your Style. I'm always on the lookout for animal theme challenges, so I thought why not create one? You can look me up on Instagram for more info. The username is the same. Thank you so much for watching. It would mean the world to me if you could, like, comment, subscribe, whichever you want, but it really helps a lot with the algorithm, with getting my stuff out there. And, in the end, with me covering my living costs. So, thank you. Have the best week and bye.